$1 trillion is a lot of money. If you stacked $1 billion bills on top of one another, the pile would be 67.9 miles high. But if you stacked $1 trillion bills on top of one another, the pile would be 67,866 miles high. And if you lined up $1 trillion bills end to end, the line of dollar bills would be a staggering 96,906,656 miles long. That is longer than the distance from the Earth to the Sun. $1 trillion is such a vast amount of money, it's truly difficult to comprehend. But as you will learn today, that much money has already been pulled out of vulnerable U.S. banks over the past year. Hordes of small and mid-sized banks are now in trouble. And that is really bad news because those institutions issue most of the mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards that our economy runs on. The other day, I asked my viewers to imagine what our country will look like if the banking system implodes and the economy plunges into a depression. Because if our banks continue to collapse, that is precisely where we are headed. Unfortunately, the recent banking panic has greatly accelerated matters. In fact, a whopping $98.4 billion was pulled out of U.S. banks during the week ending March 15th. The readout, released shortly after the market closed Friday, came around the same time as new Fed data showed that bank customers collectively pulled $98.4 billion from accounts for the week ended March 15th. That would have covered the period when the sudden failures of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank rocked the industry. Just think about that. Nearly $100 billion in deposits evaporated in just 1 week. And it turns out that small banks were being hit the hardest. Unsurprisingly, big banks actually saw enormous inflows. Data showed that the bulk of the money came from small banks. Large institutions saw deposits increase by $67 billion, while smaller banks saw outflows of $120 billion. The withdrawals brought total deposits down to just over $17.5 trillion and represented about 0.6% of the total. Deposits have been on a steady decline over the past year or so, falling $582.4 billion since February 2022, according to seasonally adjusted Fed data released Friday. Earlier this week, Powell also sought to assure the public that the banking system is safe. He said, "You've seen that we have the tools to protect depositors when there's a threat of serious harm to the economy or to the financial system, and we're prepared to use those tools," Powell said Wednesday during...
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring, the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. And jumping straight into this article here, reading this headline, which came out March 26, 2024. In the headline it reads, it says, "Swift planning launch of new central bank digital currency platform in 12 to 24 months." All right, so this MOTB, all right, can be mandated within the next year or so. All right, and that's how fast this thing is moving. That's why it's spiritual that this platform is called Swift. All right, because these prophecies are moving swiftly, man. All right, the prophecy of the MOTB, the CHIP, is moving swiftly. All right, remember, pursuing the Revelation 12 and 12, these devils know they have nothing but a short time, so they have to move swiftly. All right, so that's the spirit. And all you Israelites out there, you know, that don't agree that the MOTB is the CHIP, all right, you're going to have a lot of explaining to do. All right, because everybody around the world sees the state of this economy and also the U.S. dollar. Okay, it's headed to disaster. All right, reading on here, it says London, March 25th, Reuters, global bank messaging network SWIFT is planning a new platform in the next 1 to 2 years to connect the wave of central bank digital currencies now in development to the existing finance system. It has told Reuters the move, which will be one of the most significant yet for the nascent CBDC ecosystem, given SWIFT's key role in global banking, is likely to be fine-tuned to when the first major ones are launched. It says around 90% of the world's central banks are now exploring digital versions of their currencies. All right, all of these countries are going digital, okay, with their money systems. All right, it says most don't want to be left behind by Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, but are grappling with the technological complexities. It says Swift's head of innovation, Nick Kerrigan, said in his latest trial, which took 6 months and involved a 38-member group of central banks, commercial banks, and settlement platforms, had been one of the largest global collaborations on CBDCs and tokenized assets to date. All right, everybody's all in. Okay, all right. This is where the world is headed. All right, central bank digital currencies, a technocracy. All right, all societies around the planet Earth are going digital, and this is what it's going to involve. All right, that the MOTB. You see. So, like I said, everything is moving swiftly. This is this is Ezekiel 12:26. It says, "Again, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of times that are far off." You see that? And this is what our people say. But right now, we're in the times where you can't say that no more, man. This thing is in your face. All right, all you Israelites out there that's been denying the MOTB for what it actually is. All right, you in big trouble, man. All right, you got a lot of explaining to do. All right, it says, reading it again, Ezekiel 12:27, "Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of times that are far off." Verse 28, "Therefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shemel Shai." So this thing is happening. All right, the next 12 to 24 months, man. That's right around the corner. All right, it could be less than that. All right, so they're letting you know that this thing is about to hit the scene, man. All right.
And to Professor Richard Werner, in the very near future, citizens will need to use the latest technology, such as the CBDC chip implants, in order to access their bank accounts.
Why suddenly are the billionaires saying, let's have universal basic income? Because the story is going to be, now we've created this vast unemployment and disruption and crises. Well, we need universal basic income. You will get 2,000 euros into your account every month. But of course, to run this efficiently, we need to use the latest technology. So, you need the CBDC chip implant.
WEF-penetrated countries like Australia are heeding the global elite's call for an embeddable CBDC and an urgent ban on cash. Australian mainstream media has announced that we've taken a major step towards a cashless society, as major Australian banks refuse to honour cash withdrawals by customers. The announcement came just days after the WEF announced that world governments must move towards a cashless and centralised system to track and control how citizens spend their money.
Caroline, the stories abounding today that you can't get cash from banks anymore. Given how much we pay them in fees, I'm surprised we can't walk in and get the folding stuff. But I know this is an actual fact. I live not far from the centre of Melbourne, and most of the ANZ branches that I use there do not hold cash anymore. So if you're in a cash small business, I don't know where you drop off your takings, but if you want cash in your pocket, you can't get it either. And there's a bit of a backlash. I can understand why.
Yeah, there's been this TikTok video that one user put out that has caused an uproar when she said she couldn't get cash out from her own bank. And I completely understand her sentiments, because this is our money at the end of the day. And it's as if the banks are treating us with absolute disdain for wanting us to access it. They've got to remember that it isn't their money. It belongs to the customers.
Australia is the testing ground for many WEF policies, and Joe Biden is rapidly advancing plans to eliminate fiscal cash and ensure Americans can't own their own money. And in the WEF-penetrated country of the United Kingdom, Nigel Farage, the most prominent anti-globalist in the land, is already feeling the chilling effects of having banks dictate what he can and cannot say. Do the elite really think that we're going to sit here and let them impose on us their authoritarian plans for world domination?
Yeah, so the physical cash is out and the MOTB is in. All right, no way around it. All right, this thing is moving swiftly. All right, real quick. Revelation 13:16, it says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark going back to what? The charagma. All right, that's the implantable device. All right, no, there's no way around it, man. All right, it says that no man might buy or sell save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, because this system that's being implemented is going to be a system where they're going to track you and monitor you and own you, man. All right, whether you believe that or not. All right, so once again, when this thing hits, all right, all you Israelites that's been going off concerning this prophecy, you got a lot of explaining to do, man. All right, it's not going to be a good look. All right, because, hey, we've been saying that, hey, a lot of these Israelite groups are going to tell their congregation to take the shit. You see? So, man, it's the pressure. The pressure is coming down, man. All right? Just going back through this again real quick, because I just want to get, straight to the point in this lesson, man. All right? They said that this platform could be on the scene, fully operational in the next 12 to 24 months, man. All right? And you see how fast everything is moving. All right? As the Lord said, let me get that real quick. Matthew 24. All right, Matthew 24 and verse 21, it says, and then shall there be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right, everything is moving fast. All right, the Lord is accelerating the prophecies. All right, things are moving swiftly. All right. So just going back into this article here concerning the MOTB, all right, there's no way around it. So going back through this article here, as you can see, it's a good website, dealing with the MOTB, all right, dealing with the charagma. It says the Greek word for mark is charagma. Strong's Concordance defines charagma as a scratch or etching, a badge of servitude, graven, finally marked. Strong also notes that charagma is directly related to the Greek word charax, which means to sharpen to a point, and also describes a stake, and this is how they're going to implant this in the body. Right? It says charagma is engraved, etched, branded, inscribed, marked, or signed closest to the original sense. It says is the early example of Softfield 267, where charagma denotes the bite of a snake. All right, so this is what he's coming with, man. So it's, once again, you can't say that is anything else but this. And if you're saying that it's anything outside of this, all right, you're clearly going off. All right. So hey, the Lord is applying pressure here, man. You see, no way around the prophecy, and this MOTB is associated with what? With sin. Because if you take it, you're going to be put to death. Right? This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 27, verse 2. In the Apocrypha, it says, as a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doeth sin stick close between buying and selling. All right? See, that sihab is tied to sin, man. All right? You take that, you're going to be judged by Yahweh Shem Awashai, pursuant to Revelation chapter 14. All right, you're going to taste of the second death. All right, so that's pretty much the point, man. I just wanted to put that out there just to show you how fast this thing is moving. All right, we're very close to this thing being mandated on the scene, as you see. All right, there's already, news articles going into this. Brothers have been constantly, bringing this out, man. So because this is one of the last. Excuse me. This is one of the last main prophecies before, nuclear destruction comes. And also, Jacob's trouble. All right, so we're right there. So I pray this quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Shalom.